All right, well, good morning, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. Welcome to the West End School. Let's hear it for the West End School. Yeah, that's right. Got our young leaders here taking care of business. Looking good today, too, I must say. Well, it's amazing the kind of history we have in our city. When you think about Muhammad Ali and his brother Rahman, Cassius and Rudy at the time, grew up about a half mile away from here at 3302 Grand Avenue. And even though we've seen the pictures, it's still a little hard to imagine him that now is a larger-than-life figure as a little boy walking up these very steps right here and going through these doors and learning about math and learning about science and learning about the world that one day he would shake up. As he said, I'm going to shake up the world, he said, and he did it. And he learned more than that here. I was talking with Alice Houston the other day, and Alice grew up 2 doors down from the Clays, and she was just a few years behind her neighbor. And she said that under the leadership of Principal Reverend Clyde Liggins, who was the principal here, that, quote, we recited the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments to the Constitution. We said the Pledge of Allegiance. We sang the national anthem, and we also sang what became known as the Black National Anthem. Lift every voice and sing. So it reaffirmed our African American experience while also emphasizing the importance of patriotism in our country. And so these lessons that the young Cassius Clay and his brother learned at his home and learned at this school, they shaped them. Shaped Ali. And these lessons, I believe, are part of the reason that when he became a global icon, he leveraged his platform to become a champion for compassion, a champion for peace, for people all over the world. Remember the day, remember the week, about 3 years ago, June of 2016, when Ali came home for the final time. And as the funeral procession that Friday moved around our city, it was obvious that he belonged to the city of Louisville, but it was especially obvious that he belonged to the citizens of the West End of Louisville. And as that procession went down Grand Avenue, where his home was, the energy from the citizens of Parkland and the West End, it was as if those limousines and that motorcade were lifted up off of the road and were levitating down Grand Avenue. There was that amount of energy and love and passion and joy as over 1 billion people watched from around the world to celebrate the life of the champ of Louisville's Muhammad Ali during that week. And it wasn't just to celebrate the life of a 3-time heavyweight champion of the world. It was to celebrate the life of a man who taught us what everybody could do and that everybody can help somebody each and every day. He didn't need to be the heavyweight champion of the world. And that's something this is everybody could connect with. He was the people's champ no matter where you were from, whether it was Louisville, Kentucky, or Kinshasa, Zaire, or Hong Kong, or Argentina. He was the people's champ, and boy, we felt it that week. And it's clear that Parkland and Louisville still love Ali, and it's clear that the world still loves Muhammad Ali. And the world still needs Muhammad Ali, because we need fearless champions who will forever have the power to inspire people to do good. That's why we want more people to come to the Ali Center and visit our city. Yes, we want him to be celebrated as a great athlete, but we want him to be celebrated as a great human being like you guys here today. And we want the world to know where he came from. And we want the kids who will pass this marker every day on the way to school know where he came from also, and that he did incredible things, and that you can too, and that you guys are doing incredible things. Because I think if you're from Louisville, you own part of the legacy of Muhammad Ali. You own part of that legacy that impossible is just an opinion. You own part of the legacy that if you put in the road work, you too can be the greatest and shake up the world. So you guys all have part of Ali in you. You guys all have part of Ali in you. And you remember when times are tough, what he would say, impossible is nothing. Impossible is just an opinion. And if you put in the road work, you too will do great things. What an honor to come to the school that Ali learned from. And so one of the things we're doing is to accentuate this, is celebrate this fact with a series of historical markers in our city. You will see that the city of Louisville will do everything we can to make sure that we're highlighting to the world that we're the city of Ali's. So these historical markers are an ongoing citywide effort to celebrate the champ's legacy and history in Louisville. This last June, we unveiled the first marker at Grace Presbyterian Community Center, and that's where the young Cassius Clay trained with Fred Stoner. We've got 3 more markers that will be installed by the end of this month. Central High School, shout out to Principal Raymond Green here. Of course, Ali, Cassius Clay, went to Central High School, left after the senior year, George, went to Rome and came home with a gold medal. That's some good work there. So thank you, Central High School. We're also going to have a marker at Chickasaw Park. That's where Cassius Clay would run from his house, where he put in his road work early in the morning. And then, pleased to see Roger Berkman here with us today, coming off the opening of their athletic fields last night. There will be a historic marker at Columbia Gym. And that, of course, is the site of the famous red bike story that led to Muhammad Ali becoming a tremendous world champion. Ultimately, that's where he started to learn how to box. So, the other things, we renamed our airport, obviously. Louisville International Muhammad Ali Airport, got acclaim from all over the world for that. We're producing our own documentary about the week of Ali's passing called The City of Ali. And we're working with Louisville Tourism, the Ali Center, and other partners to encourage Ali's millions of fans around the globe to visit the champ's hometown, which, of course, remember when he would say, "I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, the greatest city of all time." We like that. We like that. So I want to say thank you, champ, for that enduring gift of the love that you gave to our city. And I want to recognize Rahman Ali, the champ's brother, who's here with us today. Let's give a round of applause for Rahman, who represents our city with tremendous grace each and every day. Thank you, brother. That's right. I'm going to get a kiss from the Rahman right now. Thank you, brother.
Good man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Let's hear it for Rahman here, one of the great of our city. Okay, so right now we would like to hear from Mr. Charles Johnson to say a few words on behalf of this wonderful institution of learning right here at the West End School. Charles.
I'm truly humbled to be standing before you all. At the same time, I'm very excited to be standing before you all. I've had the pleasure of being at the West End School. This is my 12th year. I've seen a lot of growth take place, from just a few little boys to the middle school boys was the beginning, to all these little people. And this is the future right here. This is the future. These are the future leaders. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. And so it's our goal, which is a school bylaw. To be a man is to be responsible. And Ali demonstrated those attributes, and we're trying to impart those in all our young men. I'm going to do something a little off script because I just feel it. Derek, I want Derek come up here for just a second. This year, we implemented a school creed. And since I have the young men standing here, since it is about them, I'm going to just do this off script right now.
We are intelligent, talented young men.
We are intelligent, talented young men.
We persevere through challenges. We show respect to all. Wherever we go, we make a good impression. Our confidence will lead to success. Integrity is respected in our brotherhood. We are Western School Soaring Eagles. To be a man is to be responsible.
Thank you. Thank you. That's what it's about at the West End School. Our doors are always open to the community of the school. We welcome everybody, not only come check out this historical landmark, but come inside the walls and see what's taking place with our young people. We welcome mentors all the time. We're seeking mentors all the time. We're a nonprofit institution. We're always seeking donations as well. I thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, Charles. Well done, young men, on the recitation of the school creed there. Muhammad Ali would be proud. Now, to speak on behalf of the world-famous Muhammad Ali Center, please welcome their CEO, Donald LASSERE. Donald.
So I'm going to be brief, but I just want to talk a little bit about the history of Muhammad Ali and this school. As the mayor alluded to, he started school here. And Muhammad was a very big proponent of education. One of his quotes that I really love, he was speaking to a group of college students, and he said to them, if they can make penicillin out of moldy bread, think about what they could do for you. So think about that. Muhammad was also very proud of history. And I wanted to express the significance of the history of this school. I did some research on this school, and I did not know that this was the first, as they say, purpose school here in Louisville. In other words, it was a school for African Americans. And during the time of segregation, now it has evolved to where it is a school that is shaping young men to be great young men and be great ambassadors for the city and to be great and do great things. And I don't think Muhammad Ali would not be proud of that fact. He would be extremely proud of that fact that these young men are following in his footsteps, that they're going through the same halls that he went through, that they're learning in the same classrooms that he learned in, and that they have the possibility and they have the desire. And they, more importantly, they have the people that are guiding them to be great. And with that, I want to say thank you to the city, Louisville Tourism, the Historical Society for making this possible, this historical marker possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Donald. When we were talking about different ways to elevate Ali, this series of historical markers was one way to do it. Of course, when you have ideas, they cost money. And of course, we never have enough money. So I'm really proud that Louisville Tourism, Karen Williams and the entire crew there said, this is a great idea. We want to pay for this. So Louisville Tourism has underwritten all of this series of historical markers that we have throughout the city. Because what we envision is people coming to Louisville and saying, yes, I'm going to go to the Ali Center, but I want to take it to the next level. I want to go to the famous sites where Muhammad Ali was shaped. And so to take a walk, a bike ride, a bus ride, whatever, through the various historical markers of this city and then showcase our city and the neighborhoods that Ali grew up. So that's what we're accomplishing with this today, and it would not have happened without the great generosity of Louisville Tourism. So I want to thank them for that. Let's thank the Louisville Tourism, that's right, and introduce their great Vice President, CLEO Battle. CLEO, please.
Mayor's good for stealing the thunder. Good morning, and on behalf of Louisville Tourism, we are honored to be here as we all follow in the footsteps of greatness, tracing Muhammad Ali's legacy around our city, as the mayor just mentioned, starting right here at the elementary school. Ali got his start in Louisville and wanted everyone to know, as he sung the praises as often as he could. He is quoted as saying, "Tell him I'm from Louisville, not Chicago, not New York, not Texas," because he wanted Louisville to get the credit for everything he had done. But that was just the start of his greatness and what he did for Louisville. One of Louisville Tourism's missions, as the mayor just mentioned, is to honor his legacy by giving visitors the opportunity to follow in his footsteps, helping visitors from all over the world who want to honor his legacy and see his childhood home, Columbia Gym, Central High School, Freedom Hall, where he had his first professional fight, Cave Hill Cemetery, the world-renowned Muhammad Ali Center, and now this historic marker commemorating his early education start. When Muhammad Ali spoke of home, he spoke of Louisville, giving us one of his greatest gifts, the chance to welcome visitors celebrating his life and legacy to his famous hometown, Ali's Louisville. Thank you very much.
Well, there's just so much to celebrate, and the story is so long and full of so many good stories. So imagine Cassius Clay going to high school every day. Central High School, the great Central High School here in our city. So we're really fortunate to have the drumline with us today, and also to have their great principal, Raymond Green, with us today. So Principal Green, if you would share a few words with us. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Raymond Green. It's an honor for me to serve as principal of the historic Louisville Central High School. One of our pillars of this community, Joseph Cotter, said, "Let us lose ourselves in the welfare of our children." And in that spirit, I want us to give a big round of applause for the West End students, and then also for the best drumline in Louisville, Kentucky from Central High School. At Central High School, we say that we are leaders of positive social change. That's our vision statement. We relentlessly pursue that vision statement because that's what Central's been about since 1873. We started as Louisville Colored School, the first school in this city for African Americans. And in 1882, we became Louisville Colored Central High School. And throughout our school's history, we've been innovators of equity of education for young people, always pursuing new ideas in equity in education for people of color. That's been our school's history and our school's story. And by the time 1860 came around, there was a special graduation, and one Cassius Clay got to participate in that graduation. And Atwood Wilson, who was the principal at that time, made sure that that happened. But little did we know in 1960 that young Cassius Clay would go on to live out what would become our vision statement as a school later on, because Cassius Clay, in his own way, was a leader of positive social change. And he was willing to do the things that were uncomfortable. And it is only fitting that Central High School would have that as a vision statement because it embodies what our graduates do. Not only Cassius Clay, but all of our graduates go on to be leaders of positive social change. And we are thrilled and we are thankful for the Tourism Committee for funding the historical marker. And we are honored and humbled to be stewards of the Ali legacy. And we hope, and it is our hope, it's our drive, that some of these young men and the students behind us will continue on the work of Muhammad Ali with his 6 core principles, and we will continue to see future generations that will unite and not divide, future generations that will embody the spirit of Muhammad Ali and continue to be leaders of positive social change. So we invite you to come to Central High School, come and walk the halls that he walked, come sit in the cafeteria where he sat, and maybe you can be inspired to be a leader of positive social change yourself. Thank you again.
Thank you, Principal Green. We're fortunate to be in Metro Council District 1 here, which means Councilwoman Jessica Green is our leader here, so please welcome the Councilwoman.
Good morning and welcome to beautiful District 1. First of all, I just got to shout out these young little dudes. The fact that they have held it together as well as they have. Y'all, I wish I had cookies to hand out to y'all or a blow pop, but I'm going to bring some back. It is especially wonderful and befitting to be here. I, too, like Cassius Clay, began my education right here on this ground when it was Carter Traditional Elementary School. So we stand on hallowed ground today. We are here at the epicenter of Black Boy Joy here in the city of Louisville. Muhammad began his education here, and as we heard from Principal Green, went on to Central High School, where I am also a graduate of Central High School, class of 1999. And Principal Green and I, we were actually classmates and friends, and so it always just tickles me now that he's the principal, because I just remember him from being a geeky little 14-year-old when we first met. And so I am just excited about when I think about the fact that the world is Ali was the world's champ, but he is our hometown hero. And so he never forgot where he came from. He always shouted out not only Louisville, but specifically West Louisville and the Parkland neighborhood where he was born, right on Grand Avenue. So it is a good day in the neighborhood. It feels good that we own a hero like Ali. It feels good that we share him with the world, but he belongs to us in West Louisville. And so when I look around at these little guys and the Central students in the back, I know that they too will carry on the legacy of Ali, because guess what? It is in their veins. It is in their blood. It is in their neighborhood. It is in the very air that we breathe. And so we are a blessed people. We have a great legacy, and we have a hero that the world looks up to, but we know that he is ours. And so again, it's an exciting day, and I'm so happy that you guys could join us today.
We're really excited to be partners with the Kentucky Historical Marker Society, the Kentucky Historical Society that approves these historical markers when they go throughout the state. And when we proposed this series of markers to them, these 5, and of course the original one at on Grand Avenue, Ali's birthplace, they're like, yeah, this is a great idea. Let's get after this. So I really appreciate the teamwork that they showed on behalf of this project. We'd like to have our final words here from Ali Robick from the Kentucky Historical Society.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ali Robick. I'm the Community Engagement Coordinator at the Historical Society, so I coordinate this great marker program. The marker program has been around since 1949, and as of today, we have over 2,500 markers throughout the Commonwealth, with at least one in every county. The marker program is completely community-driven. It's communities like this that identify the subjects that are important to them, conduct the research, raise the funds, and keep it going until what's happening today. We dedicate the marker. It's been really great for me. These markers, a series of markers, came on my desk my first month that I was in this position. So it was a really great introduction to this amazing program. And I'm really thrilled that the Historical Society was able to partner with the city of Louisville to commemorate this amazing person. So thank you guys so much for having us, and it's been a real honor.
All right, folks, now is the time for the unveiling. So if the students could come back by the marker, Rock, if you would like to join us too, please. We'll get it going here. So, drumline, could we have a little drum roll, please? Okay, come on, everybody.